Hey guys. Unmute you. Sorry, we're just going to give everybody another minute or two to sign in. So just mute yourselves, hang out for another couple of minutes, and then we'll get started.
Yes.
And feel free to turn your cameras on so I could see what some of you look like, so I know who you are the day of the event. That's creepy.
No, I'm good.
That'd be creepy. Can I say hi?
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone doing? Good.
Good.
Thumbs up there. Nice. Okay. Everyone excited? All right. I'm gonna read lips and assume that means yes, everyone. So we're almost there. We got 40 people on right now. We're gonna give it another
Minute or two.
You
and
can
just
go
get
whenever you
started.
want. We run on time. We do everything on time.
Just see if Haley's
But we
on.
record this. Haley's on, I saw.
Can you handle this for me? On that one, maybe? Or do it through the thing? Sorry, guys, I've got people messaging me saying they don't have the new
I
link.
don't know.
Just
can-
forward the
Can
email.
I send him an invite? Is that a thing?
All right. Let's see if our lead judge has signed on yet. Haley, are you here? Not quite yet. All right, one last minute, guys, then we're gonna get started.
Kelly, I've been on. I'm having a little trouble because I entered into some virtual background. Cal, can you hear me?
Haley, you're on, right?
Yeah, I've been on.
Yeah, I told you.
I didn't hear you. All right, guys. So before we get started, we just want to quickly introduce ourselves for those of you who don't know us. I'm Kelly, that's my husband, Sam. And then we have our head judge for all of our Fight for the Fittest events, Haley Queller.
Say hi, Haley.
Hi.
I don't know if you're
I
popping
don't
up.
know what the hell's going on. Oh, I just figured it out. Never mind. Hi.
She's
it.
better at judging than she is at Zoom.
So Haley has been doing CrossFit longer than any of us because she's been doing it since almost the inception of it. I mean, seriously.
I'm not.
And she is a master's athlete who is crushing it. She's going to the Legends Comp this year and has aspirations to compete at the games this year. So we're happy and privileged to have her. She knows the rules and she knows the sport very well. Kelly and I were married, and you know, we try to let people know a little bit about us, and I'll just keep it brief, but we don't have any affiliation to a gym. Haley, she owns a gym in Rocky Point called RX Fit. That's where we ran our competitions last year. But me and Haley, me and Kelly are just two people with regular jobs. She's a teacher, I'm a PA, and we wanted to start this for the community of Long Island, New York, because there wasn't something like this that wasn't, you know, just a local gym kind of competition. This is our second year of business because we are a business. Competitions, we have this competition, which is our premier one, and then we have a partner series, which runs as a qualifier, online qualifier in December. A bunch of you guys did that last year. And then there's an in-person finals for that at Move Fast Lift Heavy in January, and I'll release all the information. We are also in the works already planning 2023 events. We have hopes of expanding possibly the length of the event, possibly the venue of the event, possibly teams, possibly masters. So there's a lot of stuff in the works. We've really worked well with our new sponsors, and it's given us the opportunity to expand. We have 100 athletes signed up. So, you know, that's a real big deal for individual athletes. Individual competitions are no joke. They mess with your mind a little bit. They make you, you know, make you shit yourself a little bit. So I'm proud of all you guys for signing up and doing this with us. And please make sure to introduce yourself to us the day of the event. I'll shut up soon. And, you know, because there's more than half of you guys have not done any of our events. So I want to meet each of you guys. Come up to me, come up to Kelly, come to Haley, introduce yourself, let us know who you are and where you're from. Thank you for your support. Please continued support. Repost our Instagrams, all this stuff. We're trying to build this going forward. We spend a lot of time and a lot of effort the past few years and the past few days. So everything you guys can do, we appreciate your support. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that being said, we'll get down to the nitty gritty so we don't keep you guys too long. Here is the general schedule of the day. We have a 7 o'clock check-in for our staff. So we are going to be busy between 7 and 7:30. So I'm going to ask that you guys not come to check in until 7:30. You guys are checking in between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Our staff will be heading over for their briefings. 8 a.m. Everybody must be checked in. We, like Sam said earlier, we run an on-time event. We do not mess around. So we will be having a very brief athlete briefing in the morning. This is to go over anything that we feel like is better served, you know, visually. We can show you guys certain things that are, you know, better done at the gym as opposed to here. Any last minute questions, but this is not a long briefing. We're not going over every detail of every workout. 8:30, our first heats are going to begin.
Shut up.
So the afternoon, this is all kind of subject to change based off of, you know, how well we run on time, and we do like to run on time. So roughly our goal is to be done with all of our main workouts by 4 o'clock. 4:20, we are going to have our final workout briefing. So nobody knows the final workout yet. I know Sam kind of gave you guys a little clue on Instagram. So if you didn't check that out, go check it out when you're done here. And we're going to go over that. We're going to go over the rules, the expectations. So any one of our top 5 athletes in each division, you need to be there. You're going to have a very short period of time to start warming up. And, you know, we're going to go right into it after that. After everybody's done, we're hoping by about 5:15, we're going to be going through our winners. So just a reminder, you don't have to podium at our events to win prizes. There's 3 main events. If you are the top athlete in your division in any of those events, you will win a prize. We have workout sponsors. We have Reebok, we have Talty Bar, and we have RX Smart Gear. So even if you don't get on the podium or don't even come close, if you have the top score in your division, stay there for the podium announces because you'll also be getting a prize. We will not. And
also just hang around. It's actually kind of cool, fun, and respectful to the people that won. You know, it's nice.
And, you know, we had this issue in the past. I know sometimes people have places to go. We are not able to hand out any prizes to athletes who are workout winners or podium finishers prior to our podium ceremony. So unfortunately, if you guys do well, you got to stay later. All right, so parking, this has come up. I just took a screenshot off Google Maps. You're gonna see the big red X. That is the cell phone waiting lot for the airport. You can actually access that by coming in from Vets Highway, you see it at the bottom, coming up Trade Zone Drive and just looping around the gym. There's an entrance right over here. Tons of parking. It is actually very close. It may look like it's far. It's actually super close. That's going to be your best bet for parking that day. So if you have tents or anything you want to drop off, I know I sent a map as to where you guys are allowed to set up in the last email, but you can, you know, if you want to double park on the side of the road, unload your crap onto the lawn and then have somebody, you know, watch it while you go park, that's fine. But it's really not that far. So that's going to be your best bet for parking the day of the event. In the last email I sent out, I sent a link for the waiver. So the waiver is only going to be accepted through this link. We're not doing paper waivers the day of the event. So if you don't have that link after this meeting today, email me right away so I can send you it again. Fill it out prior. You're going to get an email confirmation. So I went through this for you guys because this is actually from Move Fast, Lift Heavy, not us. So I went through the process. It looks like a 2-part waiver. The second part is some weird COVID waiver that I think is automatically linked. It talks about wearing masks. Just disregard it. That is not the policy anymore, but it may make you just go through and acknowledge that part as well. So if you don't mind, just acknowledge that part and move on. So when you get to the event and you're ready to come to the registration table, I need that confirmation email pulled up on your phone with your name easily viewable. Please don't come to the table and then start looking for it. We have 100 athletes to check in. So that must be shown to the staff member prior to you checking in. If the waiver is not done, you can't participate. That's just the rules. I have a couple of minors. One of them reached out. The waiver name needs to be yours, and then your parent or guardian need to sign it.
2 minors.
Yes, we have 2
With the same
17-year-olds.
name, Sophie and Sophia.
Sam's very excited about that. If you don't have the link, like I said, make sure you reach out right away. That is super important. All right, so we kind of went over who we are,
And
but
one of them's competing RX.
exciting.
That's pretty legit. That's pretty.
Don't get beat by 17-year-olds.
I think she's younger.
All right, so Haley is our head judge. Final calls for the day are going to go to Haley. So she's the one you can love or hate, but your judge is going to be your first call, and we are going to have our judges back. So we'll go into that next. But if there's any confusion or any questions, Haley's say is the final say. Sam's going to be running around. You're going to be listening to his lovely voice all day long. He's going to be on the microphone. I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. And then I typically run most of the scorekeeping and the computer system in terms of that. Anthony is going to be in charge of anything related to the facility, parking issues, things like that. And then Bonnie is going to be working the front door. Spectator tickets are sold at the front door only, $5 for spectators. They won't be allowed inside the facility unless they have a bracelet on.
So Anthony, Bonnie, Christian, those are all facility from Move Fast Lift Heavy. They don't have anything to do with how the event is running, with scoring, with judging, Christian wrote the workouts, but they're running the facility. We run the event. So if there's an issue, going to them is not going to help you at all.
Yeah, if you have any issues related to the actual event itself, me, Haley, and Sam are your 3 go-tos. So judging. Our staff are all volunteers. We ask that you please treat them with respect. They are human. We staff judges who have judging experience. We had a long meeting with them the other night. We go over all the standards. We're constantly talking to them. We have a head judge who's a step down from Haley, but there is a lead judge, I'll call it, at each workout, who is a very highly experienced CrossFit judge or gym owner or level 2, whatever they may have. So really the order of ranking is Haley's at the top, then you have your event lead judge, and then you have our judges. So we will have our judges back, but just know that the lead judges are there, kind of checking on the judges as well, making sure they're meeting the standards. It's okay to question, but like I said, please treat our judges with respect. We've actually never had an issue before, and I'm grateful for that. And I hope we don't. Athletes, you must sign your scorecard before you leave your lane. The signed scorecard is the final score. So make sure that if you want, you look at it and just double check what you're signing quick before you leave. The leaderboard, I collect the scorecards and then I have to manually enter everything in. So again, it's 100 athletes times 3 workouts. Mistakes happen. It is what it is. And I'm more than happy to double check. So if you see something on the leaderboard, it is your responsibility to come to me as soon as possible. You'll see me. I'm going to be in an office right near kind of like where the front door is inside. Come to me, just say, hey, listen, the score on the leaderboard for this workout is not accurate. Can you check my scorecard? I'll pull the scorecard. I will double check. And if it was my error, I will happily fix it. Otherwise, we can go over the scorecard together. But if you signed it and it matches, that's what it is. Please do not wait until the end of the day when I'm announcing the top 5 winners for you to come and tell me, oh, wait, hold on, I should be higher on the leaderboard. Can you change my score?
And you can check that via Conquest events is where the live leaderboard is. So as soon as we update the score, which will not be immediately after you complete, but it will be shortly after the division is done with that workout, it will be on the Conquest events website.
All right. Just to give you guys a heads up. So Rough Riders Anthem is in the main gym for the first half of the day. Sunny Delight is an outdoor workout. It is in the parking lot. It is lasting about the first 3/4 of the day, really not all day. And Johnny Bravo is in the main gym for the second half of the day. So it's really just the 2 locations, and the final will be inside as well.
And I guess the teenagers won't know what any of those 3 things are.
All right, so the flow of the day, if you competed with us before, you know that we are pretty strict with this because we like to run on time. So each workout is going to have a designated athlete check-in area. You need to check in, I know it sounds crazy, 20 minutes before your heat start time. So if you're starting at 9:20, I want you checking in with the check-in staff member at 9 o'clock. That doesn't mean that now you're tied there. You can either hang out by the workout or you can go to the warm-up area. That just shows us that you're aware of the time, you know you're coming up in about 20 minutes, and now you're paying attention. So after that, pay attention to the heat before you. When the heat before you starts, now you're done warming up. You need to be in what we call our on-deck area. It's a boxed-off area right next to the workout, and you're gonna watch the heat before you from start to finish, and you're gonna be ready to go. You have to stay in that on-deck area until you're called onto the floor. So as soon as the other athletes leave, the judges will call you guys out and you're ready to go. We don't wait if you're late. We do everything in our power. If you were at our event last year, you might have seen me running around with a megaphone in the parking lot, screaming people's names who were not checking in on time. We will do what we can to find you guys. We have megaphones, we have speakers, we will call your name, we will run around to the best of our ability. But if we can't find you and you're not there, it's not our responsibility, it's yours. So if you miss your heat, you're done. That's a 0 for that workout. You can complete the rest of the workouts, but you can't jump in somewhere else. You can't jump in the middle of the workout. If you miss your 3, 2, 1, go, that's a 0 for that workout.
Has happened.
It has happened, unfortunately. But it won't happen again, I hope. All right, so I'm gonna kind of pass it over to Haley and Sam to go over the workouts. But before we move on to this part, does anybody have any questions about anything that I've kind of gone over so far?
Yeah, question. When can we know our heat schedules?
We are gonna go over that today. I
Wanna sum
wanted
it up
to,
tonight?
but I didn't have time to add it to the slideshow because we had to make some changes. So as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to email it out to you guys. And
Okay.
Sam's gonna upload it to Conquest tonight, but that's manually, so it's gonna take a little longer. So I'm gonna try to send you guys a PDF via email after the meeting's over.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Somebody had asked online for the address. It's MFLH Gyms. It's 1 Roebling Court, Roebling, in Ronkonkoma. Yeah, and I believe it was in that last email I sent you, but I will also include that in the follow-up email that I send after this. Anything else?
The reason why you get the heat schedule so late is because we have had a few withdrawals due to injury or personal reasons, and I like the heats to be balanced. I don't like people to be competing with 2 or 3 people next to them. So I wait till the longest time possible to do that,
Yeah, you're definitely getting it tonight.
and then the final after that.
Got it. No rush. Thank you so much.
Of course. Any other questions? All right, so I'm gonna kind of pass it over to Haley and Sam.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through the workouts, and me and Haley are gonna shoot through any questions that we have and go through the standards. So we have the 2 workouts here. They're different for RX and intermediate. Hopefully you've all reviewed them. If you haven't, I guess you're gonna be in trouble Saturday. The RX version has a difference in the 5 rounds. So everyone's gonna do their 40 male calories on the bike, 30 female calories on the bike, and they're gonna go straight into their 5 rounds for time. The RX athletes have their 8 toes to bar, 8 pull-ups, 8 line facing burpees into a max calorie on the C2 bike. The intermediate athletes, 5 round for time, will be just 10 toes to bar and 10 line facing burpees into their max calorie C2 bike. The score will be the total amount of reps completed for the workout. It is an AMRAP. So if you do not get to the C2 bike, your total amount of reps that you did complete before that. Understood? Super. How do I skip to the next? Okay, so to go over the standards.
This was sent out in the previous email or rule book, so you guys can also have a copy of that to review at your leisure as well.
So bikes can be set seat and height of handlebars prior to the workout. We'll give you time to do that. The damper will not be adjusted by any athletes ever on any machine. Okay, so the dampers are all going to be preset, and we do that for a reason, and we got that. The athlete must complete the designated calories that are on the workout. So if the athlete gets off the bike at 39 or 38, the judge is going to decide how many calories you need to complete in order to finish your calories. So you get off at 38, it ghost rides to 40. Your judge is going to tell you, I want you going to 42. I want you going to 43. And it's whatever they decide on the spot. So do not get off that bike beforehand. There is no ghost riding calories. The monitor doesn't need to be turned on. Once you start biking, it just goes. Before the workout starts, it will be on. Toes to bar is pretty standard. You have to be at a full hang. Your feet have to pass, any part of your feet, your heel, your toe have to pass behind midline, which is behind the side bars of the rig, and both toes have to touch the bar at the same time for the rep to count. Pull-ups for the RX athletes. I'm going to have my judges be pretty strict on this because a lot of RX athletes, when they get pretty fast, they kind of pass parallel to the bar and they don't really get their chin clearly over the bar. I'm going to tell my judges that if the chin is not clearly over the bar, it is a no rep and you'll have to adjust it on the fly. Same thing with that is you have to be in full extension at the bottom of the rep. You could do any style of pull-ups. The line facing burpees. Okay, so I really wanted to dumb it down for everyone. Okay, because this is the
we hate this movement.
the most scrutinized, worst standardized movement in CrossFit. Okay, so you do a burpee on one side of the line. Your hand or any body part can't be touching the line. You stand up, you go to the other side of the line. I don't care how you get to the other side of the line. You can jump, you can skip, you can shuffle your feet across. As long as your hands come off the floor, which shows that you're up from your burpee, and you get to the other side of the line. Once you're on the other side of the line, you start your next burpee. Your hands can't touch the line, any body part can't touch the line, and you have to be perpendicular to the line. All right. So if you don't know what perpendicular means, I'm gonna just ask you to Google that on your own. It's like a T to the line. Okay. So there is no 2 feet takeoff. There is
No requirement.
There's no requirement for 2 feet takeoff. You can side jump over it. You can lunge over it. Whatever you want to do, as long as your hands come off the floor and you're not touching the tape line and you get to the other side. Haley, did I explain that properly?
Aye.
Okay. We really tried to this one to
prevent any issues because it's just a very difficult movement to
Right.
judge. And
if you've been doing this long enough, you know what I'm talking
all right.
about. Okay.
We did that
Perfect. Click this.
Yep.
Okay. Sunny Delight,
You want to ask
right?
questions on that one
Oh,
first?
do we have any questions on that workout? Thank you. Danielle,
Hi, Danielle.
who is a Fight for the Fittest veteran, 3 events in.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I see.
So for the line facing burpees, I was trying them out today and I was doing them where like my hands and my chest were clearly not touching the line. They were behind the line, but my face was like above the line. So obviously my face is not touching the floor. Is my face allowed to hover over the line or does every part of my body need to be like behind it?
Good question.
As no part of your body can be touching the line.
Okay, so as I drop my chest and my hands to the ground, as long as everything touching the floor is behind the line, my head's allowed to be hovering over the line?
Correct.
Thank you.
And Danielle made a good point that I didn't say. Your chest has to clearly touch the floor on the burpees. You agree with that, Haley?
Yes.
So delightful sometimes. It's animated.
Any other
just-
questions?
Just full of joy. Any other questions on that workout? Yeah, go ahead.
What's the bike damper going to be set at if we're not allowed to touch it?
Haley, go ahead.
So what we do before the event is we set the drag factor for all of the bikes to be exactly the same. I believe for the Concept 2 bike, the drag factor is 110 to 120, but we'll pick exactly what it is and set it the night before. So that takes into account if there's any dust in the fan, if there's any issues with the bike itself, as long as everybody's on the same drag factor. So it's anywhere between 4 and 6, as we've seen from previous events. But we'll make sure that we check the drag factor beforehand, so it's fair for everybody.
Question?
About 4, and it's usually about 4, but 4.5, 5 the last
4,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, shoot them out.
So before you say 3, 2, 1, go, are we allowed to go to the bike and like adjust the height? Like before, like you said, we have to wait on like the line before we start, but can we go up to the bike, set it up and then go back behind the line to start?
Yes.
Yeah, you can set everything up prior, but when we're ready to start the workout, you must start behind the line.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lorenzo.
I'm pretty tall. Are all pull-up bars the same height? Because I'm over 6'2". Are they all the same, or are they different height?
They are all the same, and they're approximately, I think they were 92 or 93 inches. They were pretty high. So they're pretty high, which means we have a lot of boxes and different mats.
92 inches high.
Small 92 inches. So
Yeah.
that should be okay. I'm just shy of 6 foot, and I have to jump up to the bars. And there's going to be mats available for any of the shorter people or the ladies to choose beforehand and set up for themselves. We have 4-inch mats, 6-inch mats, a bunch of 6-inch matches, and then we have boxes for 12 inches for the really short people.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I know that's been an issue in the past, but 92 inches is fairly high. It's
He's reaching, he's checking it out.
It's worth. Trust me, dude. You'd rather be 6'2" than how tall are you, Haley? 5 foot.
5,
Yeah, it's 5 foot something.
5'2".
Okay. 5 short.
Just a
Any
whole
other
foot shorter.
any other questions? Super. Let's move on.
All right.
Okay, Sunny D. So this is our outside workout. This one is sponsored by RX Smart Gear. Okay, so these are 2 different workouts. All right, so you have to understand your workout and what you're doing. This is not an RX and a scaled workout. It's an RX and intermediate workout. They're 2 different workouts. So the RX version starts with a 400. It goes into your 3 rounds of time. The first number here, the 24, is the reps the male will complete. The 18 is the reps that the female will complete. It's a 40-pound tsunami bag, and I'll go over the tsunami bag in a second. Then it's followed by 12 box jump overs, 24 inches for the males, 24 for the females, into a 600-meter row, into 3 rounds of 24, 18 tsunami thrusters, 12 box jump overs, into an 800-meter row. It's a 16-minute time cap. With the intermediate athletes, you as well start with a 400-meter row. Run. Start with a 400-meter run. And then you go into 3 rounds of 12 and 12. 12 ground to overhead, same bag as the RX athletes. 12 tsunami step-ups with the bag, 24 and 20. Into 600-meter row, and then your 3 rounds of 12 tsunami thrusters, 12 tsunami step-ups, 24 and 20. Into an 800-meter run with a 16-minute time cap. Okay? The tie break on this time, this is very, 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 very important, is how long it took you to row the 600 meters. Okay? So that will be about 3 minutes, 2:30, 3:30, something like that. It's not going to be the time that it took you to get to that point in the workout. It will be how fast you completed that row. Does everyone understand that? Is there confusion there? Okay.
The time's going to be the time we see, or your judge sees on the rower monitor. That's your tie break time.
It's very important. I can't stress that enough.
Dan?
Yes.
And that's going to be one of 2 scores in that particular workout. So like, say you do finish the workout, you'll be scored on that, and you will be scored on the tie break time?
No, that will be the tie break time.
So if you get the same score as somebody else on the overall workout, whoever completed the row faster comes up ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Who was that? Just out of
Broccoli.
curiosity.
Broccoli Rob.
Although his name, his voice.
Hey, what's up, bud? Okay, so yeah, so that will just be your tiebreaker. That will come into factor as
This is, yeah.
there will be people that get stuck on that last 800. I'll go over that run and how it breaks down, but that is a big factor. There will be people that get stuck on the halfway through the first 800, the second half of the 800, and then of course the few that finish the workout.
So basically what we're saying is there's going to be a lot of ties in this workout, most likely. So your tie break time is definitely going to come into play.
Okay, moving on. Unless you finish the workout. Then it doesn't.
What on the run is it like 200, 400, 600? That's the tie break. So if you get
I'll go-
stuck with the 600.
I'll go over that in 1 second. Give me 1 second. Who is that?
My name's Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy. Miller, right?
Yeah.
I got you. I'm learning everyone's name real quick. Okay. All right. So the way that the run works. Oh, there's a lot of words here.
It is a lot.
Okay. So I'm
Just
not
go
going to read it.
over
I'm just going to go
yourself.
over what I know. So everyone's going to be in a lane, and the lane's going to go the long way. Okay. They will depart their lane, and they will enter a running lane. The running lane goes around the whole building. That lap is approximately 400 meters. It might be actually a little bit short of 400 meters, but that's fine because you're all running the same amount. So you'll exit your lane, you'll enter a running lane. Once inside the running lane, it's a free for all. You don't have your own lane there. You just run like you would at your gym. All right. 400 meters, here's your question, Jeremy, is 1 rep. Okay. We will have people around the gym spotting. Anyone who is determined to be cheating will get a 0 for this rep, but it's really hard to do that. As we run back up the front of the parking lot, there is a designated lane for you guys to run through.
It's going to be narrower as you get to the end of the 400-meter loop.
Once you complete your loop, you have to run down your lane. If it is determined that you cut across someone else's lane, you'll be asked to go back to a certain point that the judge decides. Don't do that. I'll show you guys that the day of the workout, but it's going to be very simple and it's going to be very organized and very professional. The 800 meter, when you run the 800 meter, the first lap is 1 rep. The second lap is the second rep once you finish and cross over the line. Okay, the line will be you returning back down to the finish line. Okay, and that will be a timed, that will mark your time.
So this is going to be something, I know it's very vague right now, but this is one of those things we are going to show you physically the morning in our very quick briefing. We'll show you exactly what we mean by that. So you guys shouldn't have any questions there. Go ahead.
Okay. The judge will be standing at the end of your lane. So when you pass, he's going to mark off or she, right? Will mark off that you've completed 1 lap. Okay. And hopefully you can count to 2. The row will be very basic. You will enter your row and you will start rowing. Once you start rowing, your row will turn on and be set for meters. Once you complete the 600, your judge will mark the time it took you to complete the row, and that will be your tiebreaker. You can leave the rower. If determined that you leave the rower prematurely, the judge is going to tell you to return to the rower and tell you how far he or she would like you to row to. Don't leave early. So for the tsunami bag, I'm not sure if you guys got to see any of the videos that we had on it. This is gear that RX Smart Gear has given to us, and that we're really excited to give to the winners of this workout and some of our podium winners. It is a max capacity of 50 pounds of water. We filled the bags up with 40 pounds of water, and the rest is filled with air. So it is a tight bag, but there is some movement in it. So 40 pounds is not particularly heavy for anyone, but the movement will get you a little bit. We'll have a bag for you to try that morning, but it is a challenging movement, and I'm really excited to challenge all you guys with something new that you may have not done.
We will have one in the warm-up area as well, but it's 1. So, there's a whole bunch of you getting ready for a heat. So please share.
With the tsunami movements, we are looking for basic standards from ground to overhead. The bag starts from the ground, and however it gets to the top, it has to be over your head with your arms extended, your knees extended, and your hips extended. If it looks more like a kettlebell swing, and it's really a few inches in front of your forehead or your head with your arms extended, that will be considered a no rep. On the ground to overhead, when you go back to the ground, the bag kind of hits your feet, okay? That will be allowed. The rest of the bag will touch the ground, I promise you, but it just kind of happens. So if it's hitting your feet, that will be allowed. The whole bag does not entirely have to be there. For any of the bag movements, if you drop the bag from overhead, that last rep will be considered a no rep. These bags are very durable. I don't want to test it though, okay? If you drop the bag from overhead, no rep. If the bag is not in your lane after your last rep, you'll be asked to move it back into your lane. So if you drop it and it rolls out of your lane, you have to return it into your lane on your black mat.
Good.
Okay. I'm going to go to the same thing to the thruster, the tsunami thruster. The first one, of course, can, yes, you can drop it from the hip level. The first one can be a squat clean. Of course, that's any thruster. And again, finishing with arms extended, hips extended, knees extended with the bag overhead. Those are fun. Okay, so the RX division has, I'll get to all these questions.
Okay.
The RX division, did you see what Jeremy said?
No.
The one lap is 380 meters.
Oh, I guess you know these things.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, some people know. The RX division is doing box jump overs, okay? The intermediate division is doing box step ups. Box step ups is not a scaled version of jump overs, okay? They're different movements and they're different for. Choke?
Yeah, right.
You need help?
No, I think she's all right.
My dog's choking on a bully stick. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So listen, that's a question I've gotten before, and I'm trying to explain to you guys that is not a scaled version of box jump overs. Okay, it's a different movement. I assure you, the RX version of this workout is still harder. Okay, but those step ups, those are nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you, those are real nasty. But you only have 12 of them. You do not need to alternate legs with the step ups, but you do need to demonstrate full hip extension and knee extension at the top of your step ups. One step up is considered one rep. With the box jump overs, I don't care if you jump clearly over the box. That's something that always people want to ask. You cannot step up to jump over for your box jump. You can step off, but you cannot step up. If any body part touches the box on the way over, like your hand or your elbow, that is considered a no rep. Let's go through some of these questions. Is the standard of head through the window on the thruster going to be emphasized? The bag has to be over your head, AC. So you do not need to have the bicep past or at your ear. The bag needs to be over your head. Is that, yeah, you're welcome.
And you'll see there's two sets of handles on the bag. So play with it, because one set of handles may make that movement much easier to meet that standard than the other.
Yeah, like there's a wide one, there's a narrow one. One's better for the other one. I'll let you guys figure that on your
Yeah,
own.
so definitely play with the handles before you get started and see how that goes.
Jordan, what do you got, man? Can your hand be touching your body on the box? Can your hand be touching your body on the box over? Yes, yes. Like you have your hand on your thigh as you jump over. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. But you cannot touch the box with your hand.
The only part of the body that can touch the box are your feet.
So no,
Can
Gabe.
you read the question for people, please?
So Gabe asked if one foot can stay on the box if it remains to do all of the reps on one leg. No. So you step up with both one foot, you finish with both feet on the box, standing with your hips and knees extended. Both feet have to return to the floor before you continue the next rep. I can't see all the hands because we're not in like tiled view. So if you have a question, can you just shout it out? Jordan, I think we answered.
Yeah, we already
Jordan's,
answered Jordan's. Any other questions on this workout? Cool. All right. Oh, I think we got one more.
yeah. Nicholas.
Last rep of the box jump over. Can we jump up to finish it and jump back down, or do we have to fully jump over the box on the last rep?
Last rep of the box jump over. Can we jump over? You have to finish on the other side of the box.
Yeah, so the answer is yes. You have to fully jump over jump on the box, get to the other side on the ground, and then your rep is completed.
Daniela, you could be lateral facing on these box jump overs. You could be facing it. So the answer to your question, does it have to be facing, is no, it does not have to be facing. You can do them backwards too.
Anything else, guys?
You're welcome. Super. Let's keep going.
I have a question.
Go. Who is
If
it?
you, it's Allison. If
Hi.
you are doing the step ups with the bag and you take a break, can you put the bag down on the box? You have to put it on the floor.
Haley?
You can put the bag. Wait, I'm sorry. You said, can you put it on the box?
Yes.
No, the bag has to go down to the ground if you're taking a break.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Haley. Okay. Let's just chat. Let's go over my strategy. Okay, good. Anything else? Good. Good. Going once, going twice, and we're moving on. Johnny Bravo. All right, so that one that everyone fixes on because it's weightlifting, right? So RX version. This is going to be on a 5-minute running clock. This will be an AMRAP, 9 squat cleans and jerks at 135, 85 for the, I'm not gonna read all the weights. 7, then 5, and then an AMRAP of 125, 145, squat, clean, and jerks. For the intermediate, same rep scheme, different weights, okay? So let's go through this. This shouldn't be too complicated. We'll see. Okay, so it is a squat clean, okay? You have to squat clean it. You can't catch it in a power and then ride it down afterwards. You can do it as one continuous motion as it's supposed to be, and your hips can pass the knees to demonstrate that you are in a full squat. It cannot be a power clean. It cannot be a muscle clean into a squat or into a front squat. The jerk is different, okay? So for simplicity's sake, we wrote clean and jerk, but it's not. It's a squat clean and a barbell shoulder to overhead, okay? Let that sink in for a minute. So you can strict press it. You can push press it. You can split jerk it. You can push jerk it. You can do a squat clean cluster, squat clean thruster, or called a cluster if you want. I don't know, I guess. If you want to go and do that touch and go, that's fine.
No.
The athlete will change their own weight. The weights will be preset to the side of them. It is very straightforward. Put a plate on each side. The clips have to be taken off and put on for each weight change. Any rep that is completed with the incorrect weight or without clips on it will not count. It is not the judge's responsibility to make sure you do any of that. They will tell you and they will call a no rep. You change your own weight, you do the clips. All lifts must be completed by the time period. So this is not on there, but this is, if you didn't write this down too. So a rep that starts at 0 on the starts at 1 and is completed after the clock will not count. The rep must be completed before 0. The barbell must stay in your designated lifting area. That's pretty good. And I think I got all that. So let's see the questions that we're gonna get now. Those are some fast transitions. Yeah, you got to move fast. Listen, if you're not practicing changing your weights for time, then are you really a CrossFitter? And if you take 5 minutes between lifts, then you're just a power lifter. Plates will be provided for the RX.
What do you mean by that? Oh, they all 15.
Yes, yeah. So there's no change plates. There's no 5s. There's no 2.5s. They'll either be 10s or 15s based upon your division. So it makes it nice and easy.
Can we wear lifters?
Wear whatever you want.
Yes. Oh, sorry. The next question, the barbell will be loaded for the first weight. So that first weight is going to be on the bar with clips and everything for you.
That's a good question.
It is a good question. Anyone else? Yes, no? Yes. 35-pound bars for the women, 45-pound bars for the men.
I have a question. Hi, Santos.
Hey, Santos.
Will this be scored based on the amount of reps you complete to the workout or just based on the last weight?
Thank you. Yeah. So as I'm gonna talk about this with Ali or Daniela. Yes, it is an AMRAP. Okay, so there are going to be plenty of people that don't hit this last weight. It's programmed to be hard for everyone on that last weight. It is an AMRAP. So if you complete 2 clean and jerks at the first weight, your score is 2. If you complete all 9 in the first weight and then all 7, your score is 16. So on and so on. The AMRAP at the end is to get as many reps as possible in this 5-minute period. Back down to the ground each rep, or anyway. So you can do touch and go, but the bar has to return to the floor, and then you have to go right back into your squat room.
There are no hang cleans allowed. It has to touch the floor.
There'll be no like banging the barbell off the floor. That nonsense doesn't fly. But no, you can do touch and go. If you start a rep, so I legit. So this is what I'm saying. So if you start the rep at 458 and finish the lift at 501, it will not count. The rep must be completed before the clock hits 0. All right. So your rep must be completed. Do not wait to start that rep saying, because this is how it works when you do a max lift in competition. As long as you start that lift before the clock hits 0, you have your time to finish it. This is not like that. This is an AMRAP. So as many reps as possible in 5 minutes. No problem. You can drop the barbell. Sure, absolutely.
So the key here, guys, if you decide that you are going to drop the barbell from overhead, the barbell will likely move. You cannot start your lift unless you are in your designated area. So if you choose to drop the barbell, let's say from overhead, and it gives a little bounce or wherever it goes or a roll, you are going to have to reset the bar if it's not in your designated lifting area. Does that make sense?
Yes. Kelly, one thing. So if you opt to not do touch and go, you could do a thruster, let it drop, and then like reset. As long as the bar is on the ground, by the time you start the second rep, you're good to go.
That is correct.
All right. Thank you, Kelly.
Frank, there is no tiebreaker for this workout.
Any other questions? Keep them coming, guys. Now is the time. Sorry, our dog is going insane. All right. If that's it for now, I'm going to keep moving on. So we're good on the workouts. All right. So just a couple more little pieces of information for you guys before we let you guys go. There is no water fountain at the gym. So please come prepared. Make sure you guys have full water bottles, extra water bottles, whatever it may be. I believe some of our vendors are bringing some water bottles to sell, but please don't rely on them. I don't want anybody getting dehydrated or sick or anything like that. Sunscreen, hats, whatever you want to bring and wear for outside. That's fine. The outdoor workout is outside. It's going to be hot and sunny. You can wear sunglasses, hats. I don't care. Bring plenty of snacks and food. We do have a food vendor coming. I'm going to go over that in a minute. Make sure you review and you're comfortable with all the workouts and standards. Good place to eat Friday night for first time being up in our area.
What's that place?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Carver's Grill is really
Carver's,
good. Yeah, I think that's right over there. Carver's Grill is a really good burger place. Awesome. Fantastic. That's my recommendation. Email me if you have any other questions. I can give you some more food. Honestly, someone just said, are dogs allowed? I don't have the answer to this question. I can find out if that is something that you need an answer to. Do me a favor and email me, please. I will get that answer for you. But the athlete staging area is outside. The outdoor workout is outside. I don't foresee that being an issue. I just really, I would like to confirm for you. So do me a favor, please email me if that's something you really want me to consider and talk to the gym about, but I can get that answer for you. Anybody else? Oh, we have more recommendations for restaurants too over there. All right, so I'm going to keep going. You can keep the questions coming if you have any. So we have a bunch of vendors coming, so come prepared. Move Fast Lifts Heavy Gear, which is Christian Harris's clothing company, is going to be selling some of their workout gear. We love it. Some great stuff. Move Fast Lifts Heavy Recovery. They're going to have the cold plunge going. You guys can definitely check those out. For our ladies, just something fun and different. We actually have a girl who does event hairstyling. So she'll be there mostly in the morning. So if anybody wants to get some good power braids going, I think she's charging like $15 to braid hair. Something fun if you guys want to do it. Talty Bar, protein bars that we absolutely love. He's going to be selling bars. C4 is giving away C4 all day long. If you guys have been to an event, you know. We have Northwell Orthopedics coming. Redefine Meals is, where's all my stuff? Sorry. Redefine Meals is not selling food. They're giving away samples, but if you guys have been, been to an event with them, they have little nice size mini meals to do. Sail Away Coffee is going to be coming, selling coffee. If you guys need a little caffeine boost, we have Elite Laser coming to talk about some of their services that they offer. And then Zest is the restaurant who's going to be catering. Check out our Instagram page for the menu they're going to have that day, especially for, when you guys are done working out. I'm sure you guys are not going to want barbecue, mid-workout, but hey, you do you. But yeah, they're going to be selling food. They're going to be there from lunchtime on. So you guys can go grab some food after your last workout if you guys are hungry. And then here, take a screenshot of this if you want. Take a picture. These are just some codes for you guys from some of our sponsors. So all of our podium winners are going to be getting an Airwave mouthpiece. Here is a discount for everybody else. Athletic Brewing, we're going to have, they've given us some sample cans for our staff. If you guys really want to try one, let me know. I'll see if I can get you one. There's a discount code on your first order. And then RX Smart Gear, like we said, they really hooked it up big this time. They are giving the tsunami bag. So we have 4 workout
Their
winners.
ropes are dope. Like their
Yeah.
Evo ropes, I'll never use anything else ever again. They're custom sized for you, so you don't adjust them. And they're a little bit more expensive, but with the code and stuff like that, they are the best.
Yeah, it's not bad with the code.
They spin so bad.
The tsunami bags. So we have 8 tsunami bags that are being used during the day. So those are also for our prizes. So our 4 workout winners are going to be taking tsunami bags home, as well as 4 of our podium winners are going to be also getting tsunami bags to go home. Any grocery stores to stock up on where I can stock up on ice and such.
Yeah, just Google it.
Yeah, I'm not from Ronkonkoma. We're like,
Joseph, just Google it, man.
yeah, we're like
Come on,
40
Pearson.
minutes away. I'm not really sure exactly where. I can help you out if you want. Like I said, email me. I can Google it for you.
Just Google it. All right, about your mom.
All right, guys. So definitely take a look at the podium prizes. We have some real insane podium prizes. We were putting these things together and I was just wanting to kind of pocket half of it because you guys are getting so much shit if you guys win. I would say our least valued podium prize is, I don't know, at least $1,000 worth of products and gear, and it's insane. We got some really amazing hookups this year. So before I let you guys go, any other questions? I know you guys are looking for heat schedules and I apologize that it's not on this slideshow, but I promise you, as soon as this video saves to my computer, which takes a couple of minutes, I'm going to send this video out along with just the plain slideshow. Oh yeah. And then I'll send you out the information that you asked for. In addition, I didn't have it on the list, which is my bad. Our photographer that we've been using since the first year is going to be there, Mike Sharon. He takes phenomenal pictures. He's going to be taking photos all day, and I will get you his information. It'll be in your swag bag, but it'll also be, we'll post it and email you guys after the event. You guys can get some pictures.
Yeah,
from him.
and if you didn't put a comment on this post that I put up, then you're not entered in for the 1 hour photo session that he's going to give away. That's not only like CrossFit, like gym, Insta model pictures that he takes. He also did our family photos. So there's no reason that you can't get on this. Any competitors or staff, just put an emoji on this, and then I'm going to draw that probably afterwards. It's an hour free session with him. He's a real dude, and he's a good guy. So he'll be there. Make sure you come up to me and Kelly, introduce yourself. If you've never competed with us, we want to know who you are. I want to know your name. And I want to know what your face looks like.
All right, one more last question just snuck in, or 2 questions now. See, they're coming now. Can you have the charger, please?
Yeah,
yes, you have to bring your own chalk. We will not have chalk for you guys. So if you want chalk, bring it, or you'll have to make a friend at the event that day and ask to borrow their chalk. Can we wear headphones during your workout?
No.
I'm going to say no on that because you need to be able to hear the judges, whether, calling no reps, but I promise you, we will have music at the indoor and outdoor workout. You won't need them.
Yeah, it'll be loud.
But no headphones because you need to be able to hear your judge. Because if you get a no rep, you need to be able to repeat that rep and so on. Last chance for questions because I know everybody else wants to go.
And you get bonus points if you wear your Fight for the Fittest headband that day. Just saying that. I'm sure you get some bonus points. Not
Definitely
really.
bring tacos,
tacos
Danielle.
are
You must
encouraged.
know me so
Yeah,
well.
If you bring any tacos for me or for Kelly, you're good to go.
You're good to go. We
It's
got you.
Automatic free rep.
All right, guys. So like I said, keep an eye out for an email from us in the next hour at most. I'm going to put this all together.
I'll put up the heats.
The heat schedule will also go up on Conquest. So that's going to be the one that you're going to want to look at. Just, we should not have any changes, but just in case, that's the one you're going to want to check on.
Guys, we appreciate you giving us this hour. Makes the day run smoother. We appreciate your support in our attempts to try to build Fight for the Fittest for the future and our community.
All
So
right.
it's going to be a fun day. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to sleeping again. So thank you for everything.
Be on time on Saturday, please, and have those waivers signed.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much. Email if you have any other questions leading up to it.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
All right, man, they're recording.